Hello Aries, this is your extended reading. So the energies from the cards here are very interestingly linked to the first part, because remember when I said that the first part began with the minor arcana, and then we had a line of 3 major arcanas and then a line of 3 minor arcana. It's exactly the opposite thing here in the extended. So we start with a major arcana, we have a line of 3 minor, and then we end with, well, 1 from the core cards, but then 2 major arcana. So it's talking about how this small thing that you are sensing, that is, the tail end of a shooting star, it's like igniting you with energy, giving you this potential to channel, which is very energizing, I want to say, but also very, it's like the timing of it is very perfect, but it feels like you have to have the, if you are, if you identify yourself as the King of Cups, from the first scenario that I told in the first part, it's like you have to be very serene in your heart to know how to channel this much energy, this much fire in you, especially because we are beginning this extended with the Sun card, and this is your energy. It's like this is the energy that crossed the universe, right? From this the junction of the Wheel of Fortune and the Star, to bring this light of the cosmos, of the sun perhaps, right? And that is the reason why you felt that this was boosting you up and giving you this, it's like this extra charge, right? That you could feel in your body. And so beginning with the Sun card, this is a big energy. This is, it's like you are opening up because, perhaps this is the reason why you are the one that, had to be the vessel to create some, well, usually the 3 to me always present me with the word co-create, right? But specifically because of the 3 of Pentacles from the first part, I was seeing you leading. It's like whoever you're leading or whatever you're leading, because, if you identified yourself with the second scenario, with where these 2 people could potentially be people outside of you, and if it resonated, the scenario of this being a father figure and then a kid, so like the previous generation and the following generation and you in the middle, it's like there is this co-creation that is happening, but the co-creation that you are leading, you are the one leading. You are the one that is embodying this cosmic beauty. Well, beauty, but intense, right? Intense, and also, well, if people are not ready to perceive, because remember in the first part also, it was, the crossing over this threshold from the unseen to the seen. It's like you had to also perceive things that were coming from the unknown into the known. And so you were this energy, the vessel through which this energy that was unseen becomes seen. And so you become seen because you are embodying this energy that now can be seen through you, if it makes any sense, right? But you are, it's like you are the sun, but you're also not the sun. You're just the vessel for the sun, right? It's not that you are the entire sun. It's like you are, well, now that I'm thinking about, the word sun could, because it's coming through, whether it's the first scenario from the first part or the second scenario here with these 2 cards, the King and the Page, I was saying about this father and son. And then the second scenario, you, like your father and your son, perhaps. So whoever is resonating with this could be, it's like this relationship to the masculine side of your family in a sense, right? Where perhaps you are, and I apologize for the women that are watching this. I know that, you know, this is not specifically, you know, to be read for a gender or another. It's just the energy. The energy here is very masculine, is very, it's like very potent, but it's coming through with the word sun, right? Because of the sun. So S-U-N and S-O-N. So the play of words here could be very significant in that being the son of someone, like, you know, coming from, you know, your father and your mother, it's like being the son or being the daughter, but, you know, specifically the son, embodying this energy is more than just being the son of your father or your mother. I don't even know what I'm talking about right now. It's like more, whatever you're channeling is more than who you are, okay? Or more than you perceive to be. So this energy is bigger. This energy has crossed the entire universe to give you this boost, and it's supposed to be seen through you. You are the vessel that is embodying this energy. And so because we have, well, you know, the 3 cards that are from the minor arcana, the 5 of cups, the 6 of cups, and the 10 of pentacles, this is all talking about, you know, this very energetic, heart-driven energy, right? So it's all concentrated in the heart, but it's supposed to move, and it's supposed to move towards the physical. So whatever I was talking about here, that was this co-creation that I wasn't seeing properly what it was, it's supposed to be led by you, Aries. You are at the forefront of this co-creation, leading whoever perhaps, you know, came before you and whoever is coming after you. You are in this middle point, which is, you know, perfect, I want to say. It's like you are in the middle, perhaps, of, you know, this relationship, you know, generational relationship, that you are the perfect to lead them because you know what your guidance is. Well, and now perhaps with this reading, you know that it's bigger than you. So it's like, you know that, I don't think I've done justice with the thing about the sun and the sun, but it's, when we think of, you know, the role that a son plays in a family, it's like, that's the role, right? The role of the father, the role of the kid, the role in a family dynamic. But it's bigger than you because it's almost like there is this reversal of the family dynamic in a sense. So because you are the one leading, right? I hope it makes sense. So with the 5 of cups, the 6 of cups, these 2 cards are talking about not that the relationship was stagnated or stagnant or not moving. It's just that it was concentrated, right? There was this concentration of the love. So perhaps, well, it's because you're supposed to be seen. So perhaps you are the child that, you know, your parents were always, you know, so careful, just paying attention and looking, just, you know, all of their attention was on you, Aries. And so it's like there is this concentration of love, but this love is supposed to just keep on going and not be concentrated. It's like, you know, that you are channeling this energy of full potential, that it's not supposed to be stagnant. Yes, it's supposed to take root, but the root is supposed to be passed on. So especially because of the 10 of Pentacles, it's like the only 2 Pentacle cards, right? We go from the 3 to the 10, so it's a big growth, right? So it's like this sprouting seed, right? And then the full tree. And so, and this is the reason why the energy is not supposed to stay concentrated. It's like this dynamic here. So you're leading with the Chariot, these two energies, whether you're one of them or not. It's like you are the leader. You are the leader because you have an open heart. An open heart that, yes, you have been, it's almost like all attention was over you, right? Because it's like you have, it's like your energy is so compelling that others cannot take their eyes from you, Aries. But it cannot stay there, and you know this. You know that things have to have dynamism. It's like things are supposed to move. It's like this Six of Cups is showing me movement. Whatever was stagnant here has movement. And whether you're identifying yourself with the King of Cups, or this is your father or whoever, like an older generation, it's like this energy knows it. So whether it is you or your father, they know, and you know that the energy that was all concentrated over you has to move. And by knowing that, it's like there is this instant growth. It's like this, oh my God. I'm so sorry, I apologize. There's a truck going by here. So this Ten of Pentacles here is talking about this, it's like this quick growth because you're leading, and you're leading with your pure potential, knowing that you are just the channel for this sun. Well, perhaps now that I'm saying this, now that you know that things have to keep on moving, right? It's like there is this dynamic energy here that is supposed to take root, but move, keep moving, keep creating, keep multiplying this love onto this physical dimension, right? So this dynamic here with the father and the son, it's like you are the light for the sun, for your son, and you are the light as the sun. You see, it's like being the sun, and I just got lightheaded right now. Okay. So this is an intense energy, Aries. You are the one who are able to channel it as the sun, being the sun, knowing that you're bigger than it, that it is bigger than you actually, and that the job here, in a sense, the mission here is that you are seen by this other to pass this energy on to them, to your son, in a sense, right? And I know this is very specific, but it's coming through, right? Especially because, well, these two cards could potentially, you know, in the traditional meaning of tarot, could be talking about family too. And it's interesting because I feel like there is this heart connection, but also it's like something that is physical. It's like physical connection. It's like a big house where all of your family lives together, in a sense, right? It's like there is this big family that you know that you are leading this big family. And so that's the reason why things cannot get, that's the reason why, you know, things cannot stay concentrated or inside this big house. Although, yes, it could be very prosperous and huge and abundant and everything, but it's like, you know, that things have to keep on growing, things have to keep on moving. And so these three cards, ending this extended, so this is what I'm talking about, right? It's like big energies here. So we have the Knight of Cups, the Hierophant, and the Tower. And so the reason why this King of Cups is showing me either as you or a father figure, right? An older generation, a male older generation that is very significant to you. And it's almost like this passing on the torch in a sense. But because of this Knight of Cups, as I'm saying this, it's like I'm being given two scenarios. It's almost like this repetition of the family dynamic. It's like you left home when you were, younger. It's like this tower is coming through as home, and then coming through, it's like it's like this Hierophant had to authorize you leaving, right? Or give you the blessing to leave. And so this is the dynamic that is, being played here by the Page and the King. So if this was the circumstance or the scenario that played out when you were younger, right? And you were the one leaving to set out in your own journey, or just do whatever you felt like your heart was pulling on you, right? You had to leave. This second scenario that I'm seeing as I'm saying this, it's like there are two clear scenarios. It's like this dynamic is repeating again. Perhaps now you are the one that is seeing your kid, your son, leaving. But that's all good. It's not something that is sad or anything like that. It's almost like this is the cycle of life. This is the cycle that, this is a reason why the sun keeps on shining, because it's being passed on through generations and generations and generations, and your own family, and your father passed on to you, and you're passing it on to your son, and then the sun never dies in a sense. The light of the sun never dies. It never fades away, because it's always, being nurtured in a sense in this home. It's like, the Five of Cups being this concentration of love, but becoming stagnant at times where you, and now your son perhaps, is sensing, and you sense that you had to leave, right? You could no longer obey the orders of this one, because you are the one who's leading now. And perhaps this is happening, or this is the heads up for you, Aries. This is what your kid now is doing with you. It's like you have nurtured them, right? It's concentrated love here, but the love has to keep on moving, has to keep on growing. The family has to keep on growing. And because of that, it's like now perhaps your kids are leaving. Your kids are deciding to leave. And with your blessing, I want to say, right? If this is the second scenario, it's almost like these are happening at the same time. It's like the remembrance that whatever is happening now, that your kid is leaving, it's like it's triggering in you the remembrance that you left when it was your time to leave, right? There happens, it happens naturally, because it's just the time, the right time. And so if the first part was you feeling that this was growing inside of you, and in the first part it was a little bit confusing, because it was this unknown energy that was coming into play here in this perceivable world. In this extended, it's coming through as very clear that whether the first scenario of these two cards, whether you're identified with the first scenario where you were passing on this energy to your son, or you were the one in between your father and your son and leading them, both are true, I want to say, because it's simultaneous. Is the repetition of the cycle, is the cycle of life, to keep this light burning, to keep this alive, to keep this something that is really illuminating. That's the reason why I'm saying that you being the sun, you know that this is not something that is egocentric in a sense, or egotistical, or ego driven, right? Because you know that this force of nature crossed the entire universe to boost you to move forward. And then this is the cycle. So you're just one part of it. You're just one of the vessels of this light, of this sun, being the sun, leaving this to your son. And I'm just saying son, but it could be, you know, your parents and your kids. It doesn't matter the gender. It's just because of the play of words here, talking about this generational passing on the torch of this energy, right? For it to never fade. So this is beautiful. And oh yeah, this is something that I wanted to add to. At the bottom of the deck, we have the Three of Cups. And so this is the co-creation. This is the co-creation that has to take root, because it's this very loving, energizing dynamic here that keeps wanting to co-create. It's like it's a never ending. It's never going to die. It's never going to end. It's like always this desire to co-create based on love, and something that takes shape, that is physical, that exists in matter, right? So Aries, let's see what the astrological runes have to add as a final guidance for you. Okay, 2 runes. Oh my god. This is so interesting. Okay, so the 2 runes that came through were Aquarius and the Sun again. And so this Aquarius rune is reminding me of what I started the first part saying about how, yes, the zodiac signs start with Aries, but my cycle of the readings start with Aquarius. And you know, when I started doing these readings, I just felt like I needed to start with Aquarius because it wasn't a very significant date. It was the full blue moon in Aquarius in the 22nd of August 2021. So this cycle of the new age, right, the age of Aquarius, is talking about how the sun is never going to shine down on us. And you, Aries, being the first sign of the zodiac, you know, being this fiery energy, it's like you are the one. Also, like this image of, you know, the Wheel of Fortune being the it's like the gateway from the unseen to the seen, right? From something that is very cosmic to be embodied, right? The sun in astrology is our ego. The sun in astrology is our personality, is the essence of who we are. Well, the personality is more the ascendant, but I want to say it's like the sun is the main energy that is your light, is your inner light. And so being here, Aquarius and the sun also being here, starting or extended, it's like you are the sun to bring this cosmic energy to the earth through your body, through this vessel that you have incarnated in this lifetime with, because it is the time to bring this cosmic energy that is still unknown to become known, to become visible, to become seen, right? Wow, this is intense. I am completely energized and really hot right now, Aries. Thank you so much for being here with me. I hope this was insightful or helpful in any way. I'll see you next time. Okay, take care. Bye.